Yo, yeah, we back. Episode 28, man. We back every Wednesday. So listen, man. Again, man, we love to be back in front of the camera. You know, giving the good gospel, giving the good energy, giving the good life, giving the facts.
Definitely.
But that we do. Nobody does it like we do.
Not
you know
at
what I'm
all,
talking about?
at
So
all.
I'm feeling the conversations, baby. But yeah, we want to dive right into this joint, man. We want to dive right into this because we going a lot of different ways today.
Okay. Yeah.
But we want to start off with this one topic, with this one elephant in the room, should we say, proverbial elephant in the room that's been going on.
Right. Since last week.
Since last week, right? And like I said, I believe in ain't no pussyfooting around it. Let's tear the Band-Aid off. Let's go right at it, GT.
Tear the Band-Aid off.
So I know everybody, read the article about, a council member went to the board and had a problem with other schools coming to Norristown High
Right.
and renting the field.
Yes.
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 And said they want to put a stop to it. In the article, it said the council member was Mayo Howe. So my question, my antennas rose up, and I said, like I said, the facility is beautiful. The field, beautiful.
Yeah, they did a good
Parking, there's a lot of parking.
job. A lot of parking.
Everybody knows what Norristown is. When people are legendariness of, if that's even a word, legendary of Norristown Eagles, it was Roosevelt Field.
Right.
It was accessible. You can walk there and everything. Now you got to get in the car and go to the high.
You gotta go to the high.
And being a part of playing at the Velt, it was just a different feeling.
Well, playing at the Velt meant a lot to. I'm starting to see now, and I'm not gonna cut you off. I'm sorry.
You got it.
But just off of what you said, piggybacking what you said,
Yeah.
the Bo Carrolls, name some with me. The
Troy
Swittenbergs,
the Utley Stewards,
the
the
Utley
Lofton
Stewards, the
Thompson.
Loftons,
Yeah.
the Trey Hadricks.
Hendricks, yeah.
When we were young,
yes.
it meant a lot to us
Man.
to just want to put on the uniform and come out of the tunnel.
Yes, Lord.
So, I mean personally, I don't think that these kids now
Ooh. Yeah. Understand.
understand and
Yeah.
are dying
Yes.
in middle school
Yeah.
to wait to get to the high school and be able to put on the Norristown Eagle Blue,
That blue and
and
white,
be
man.
able to play for the tradition.
Yeah.
So,
That's what it was. It was like Norristown shut down on Friday nights.
Yes, it did.
You seen the lights from Hilltop, from everywhere. You seen the lights on Roosevelt, and everybody was like, "Yo, we going to the game."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was something that you wanted to be a part of, if it's a
Yes.
fan or actually coming out that damn tunnel.
Yes.
You wanted to be a part of that.
Yes, it was
you know what I'm
nothing
saying?
like-
It was nothing like. It was like, to me, it was like a NFL type atmosphere, because you walking out the tunnel. First of all, you seeing your opponent come out the same tunnel as you, so you're already like sizing them up a little bit.
Yes.
So, and then you see the little kids with their hand out smacking your.
Yeah.
Like, it was a feeling unlike.
the footballs.
Unlike anything else, and to recreate that feeling at where it's at now is it's a little hard.
Yes.
It's a little hard to get that feeling, and I know the coaching staff is doing an amazing job to try to bring that feeling back,
Bring that culture.
back. But again, like we said, the kids got to buy in.
Yes.
They got to buy into the history, the want to, because we wanted to be a
Yeah.
part of that. We
Yeah.
wanted.
It was no other choice.
It was no, like, you wanted to be.
Yeah.
You wanted to be a part of that, and not saying that there isn't some kids that understand the history of it, because they probably had cousins,
Yeah.
uncles, brothers
Everybody.
that played.
If I'm not mistaken.
Go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken with you,
Mhm.
that, like I said, my dad played for Grove down in Roosevelt.
Yes, Lord.
So we got generations of generations
Right.
that played down there. So I understand what you're saying, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, me and you know how deep that this shit is, bro.
Yeah,
We know how deep that this is
Yeah.
when it comes to Norristown High football.
Right.
So,
And the thing about it, it's like if you go back to playing, you had the 2-a-days, you had the camps, the pride packs, like the listen. I still got my Norristown High blanket. You know what I'm saying? I still got that joint.
Yeah, that's dope.
And that was all about that pride, that end.
03?
This 03 joint.
That's 03.
Yeah, 03.
That's
I still got it, and I still got my varsity jacket.
That's dope.
In the crib somewhere in the crib.
Yeah, don't get rid of it.
Don't get rid of that joint. But that's that legacy, that history behind the end. And we went to a game. We went to the game last Friday.
Yes.
Norristown versus Springford. Needless to say, left some things out there to be desired.
Yes.
Left some things out there where we scratching our head a little bit. It's like, what's going on?
Well, I want to be able to say that. I will say Norristown came out in the beginning.
Yeah, gangbusters.
I think they came off the first drive when they was on defense.
Yeah.
And I think that they stopped Springford.
Yeah.
Springford couldn't move the ball on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Norristown came out, first possession on offense, and scored.
Yeah.
It was called back off a penalty.
Yep.
You know, and then from there, Norristown stopped Springford about 3 to 4 times.
They did.
And then little mistakes turned into big mistakes, and points started being put on the board.
Yeah.
And after that, I told people when I talked about it the next day that Norristown was competitive in the beginning.
Yeah.
But
it goes on with character, right?
Yes.
So we all play the sport. We all go through life and things knock us down. Then we got to get back up and fight through adversity, right?
Right.
So they had some adversity.
They did.
They came out and they punched the Springford in the mouth, but penalty, right?
Yeah.
Took the touchdown off the board. And they stopped them, 3 and out, and they was back and forth, neck and neck.
It was.
Springford scored. Springford stopped them. Penalty, scored. And it was like boom, boom, boom. But what part does somebody from the offense, from the defense, leader, dog, somebody like, yo, we still in this joint.
Right.
Compose yourself.
Right.
Let's get back to execution.
Yeah.
Get back to fundamentals, what we got to do. Executing the plays. If it's offensive line, you block him. Let's execute, and let's get this touchdown on the board. At what part does that happen? Because we've seen, and I'm gonna put it out there, like on the sideline, the kids was after it was like 28 or something like that. The kids lost a lot of them. I'm not gonna say all of them. Some of them lost interest. They was talking to people on the sidelines, calling people over to the, and again, I don't know if that is just an individual or one-off thing, but it was kind of like, yo, the game not over.
Right.
You're tucking it in already, and you can still one play, one this, one that, we back in it.
Yeah.
So that's what I got out of it a little bit, and we all got to them games where we got our ass kicked because some teams was just better than us.
Yeah. But
I think they wasn't better when it first started. Should I say?
I don't think that they was better than Town.
Mm-hmm.
I personally feel like when you got 70 other kids on the other team, on one team, they had a lot of kids. So they got a lot of substitutions. They got a lot of fresh. They can get a lot of fresh bodies in there. Norristown didn't have fresh bodies like that. These kids was playing both ways.
Listen,
that's a lot.
That's a lot. When you get punched in the face, especially in that line, you get punched in the face, down after down after down. You can't get off that field.
Right.
Man, listen.
But we seen very early that. No disrespect towards Norristown offense and defensive line.
Yeah.
Really offensive line. We seen that it was totally different. It was a totally different ball game.
Listen. And the thing about it is 2
different weight classes.
When you like you just said, when you get in that box, if you play offensive line, defensive line, in that box, grown men.
If I'm not mistaken, Norristown rushed for about I think they rushed for about 11 to 12 times for I think like 21 yards.
Yeah,
and then Norristown quarterback, I actually thought that he had a good game. But I also say this, he threw the ball 42 times.
Yeah, man.
That's a lot of times.
And they all because he wasn't back there. He wasn't back there reading. He had no time to read it.
Yeah.
He predetermined that thing going out.
Shout out to the Norristown High starting quarterback, number 9.
Yeah.
I thought that boy played with a lot of heart.
Yeah.
I think he stayed in the game.
Yes, Lord.
Even when he threw the picks.
Yeah.
And, whatever he did or whatever the case may be, to throw it's not easy to throw the ball 42 times.
It's not, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he threw for, I think, 204.
Yeah.
And it was all right. But, My bad. Anything else you got to say?
I just want to say, also want to say is a lot of coaches say this. He throws a catchable ball.
He does.
He throws a catchable ball.
And there was a lot of drop balls.
It was a lot of drop balls, and which, you know, if you throw a catchable ball, that gives your receiver opportunity to make a play.
Yes.
So yeah, I say that, but I think Norristown can improve this. I think this Friday, right?
This Friday.
They could get back on the winning horse and turn it around. And if they got the character that we think they do,
right? That
they shown us from the first couple of games that they can get back on this winning horse and continue the season to get in the playoffs, man.
Yeah.
Get in the playoffs. Get some drive. Get some feeling back in the high.
Yeah, it's if I'm not mistaken, I guess they're 3-2.
3-2. Yes.
You know, so this when the leaders come out.
This one it out, man.
This when you see who won it.
Yeah.
But getting into that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this situation that happened last week.
Let's talk about it, GB.
So for the people that don't know, we know everybody know.
Yeah, everybody know. If you don't know, you wasn't paying attention. So
there was a newspaper article that came out.
Yeah.
About, if I'm not mistaken, about private schools playing up at Norristown, using Norristown High's field to play games on.
Yes, and the fear that those schools will take Norristown High players.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No. So, talking on that,
right.
My question to you is, how do you feel about that? How do you feel? How does B feel about this situation of Catholic schools using Norristown High's football field to play their games? How do you feel about that?
For me, Norristown High has a gorgeous field. A lot of players, a lot of family members and stuff can't always travel to the Roman Catholics or the Malvern Preps or Lansdale Catholics, things like that, to see some of the players that are at those teams. And they get the opportunity to play at home.
Right.
Everybody wants to play in front of their peoples.
Yes, that's a fact.
You know, some people can't, you know, grandmama from Willow Street, auntie from Oak Street can't always go out there and, you play at the High? Oh, I'm going.
Right, I'm coming.
I'm going to go see you, right? And the thing about it is, if it's a juggernaut team from PA, you know, prep, whatever, that's playing at the High, they're bringing nothing but positivity because you're bringing a light because you got a good field. You're bringing money because they're paying for it.
Yes.
The money got to go back to the program.
Yes.
And the eyes are seeing nothing but Norristown. The end is the middle of the field. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere.
Yes.
So where you put that game at? Oh, Norristown? Oh, okay. They got some players there? How they team looking? That's how I'm thinking about. Now here, let me go a little deeper in it. So the thought process was, I don't want other teams, these Catholic or private school teams, to take players from High. Okay, cool. As a parent, my child plays for Norristown. And my child is a student athlete. Because right now, these colleges ain't taking knuckleheads.
Right.
These colleges ain't taking up and kids that are not doing what they're supposed to do in the classroom. Right.
That's a fact.
So a college, you know, come there and want to look at your son, right? Cool. All right, he played from Norristown. Now, if he plays for prep, he plays for one of these Catholic school teams, is he getting the more looks?
Right.
Is getting more notoriety.
More exposure.
Is he getting more exposure, right?
Right.
And our job as parents, right, number one is protection, and number two is get them the best possible outcome for their lives.
That's a fact.
If they're playing a sport and that high school, that private school is going to get my child the next level, I'm doing a disservice to my child.
Okay.
A disservice to my child and not give them that opportunity. My job is to provide them with opportunities. Now, if these schools are coming here and think my son is good enough to play on them power teams, them best teams, them nationally ranked teams in Pennsylvania and the nation,
right,
it's my duty to provide my son or daughter with the opportunity to play with the competition that they're at.
Is he staying? So is your son staying or is he going?
My son is going.
Okay.
So if again, it's no shade to Norristown.
No.
It's no shade to the coaching. It's no shade to the program. Maybe a little of the program. Let me take that back. Maybe the program, because it starts off with people up top. It doesn't start with the coaching staff.
Right.
That's the ground level.
Right.
The decision's been done way up here.
Okay.
Up here, that's where we gotta have them change the systematic, feeling that Norristown not adequate. No, they adequate.
Right.
We gotta give them the resources.
Right.
We gotta put the money behind them, and feel like they are worth all this exposure that these young kids deserve.
Right.
Don't feel like they shouldn't have to feel like they gotta go to the area schools to get noticed. You just said all the greats that played at Roosevelt, right? It's that feeling that you wanted to play at. Now, Catholic school has been coming to Norristown since the beginning of the time.
Yes, they have.
It ain't a new thing.
No.
It ain't new.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Catholic school has been coming to Norristown trying to steal talent, but it's the feeling that we was doing everything we had to do here and we was winning.
So what? So with me on this.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Is it a problem to let other schools come and play at Norristown High?
That's what I'm saying.
Me personally,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Do you feel like it's a problem?
I don't think it's a problem.
Right.
First of all, it's putting money in Norristown High's pocket.
Yeah, man.
It's putting money into the school district's pocket.
Yeah, it's like $375 an hour or something like that. They got to pay some number like that.
So me personally, I don't see a problem with it.
Right.
It's putting money into the school district.
Right.
But if I'm not mistaken, I think other schools, they play at other schools.
Right. Play other schools.
So, me personally, I don't see a problem with it.
And here's the thing, GB. If I'm not mistaken, St. George Prep has no home field. The number one offensive lineman in the state of Pennsylvania, Norristown resident. His dad plays sports.
Yes.
Both sports, football and basketball, right? You mean to tell me that it is a problem for the fans of Norristown, the family of Norristown, to see that young man play? Somebody he going to Syracuse. We might not never see that man play up close ever again.
Right.
Never. And you mean to tell me that it is a problem for him to come to Norristown High, his team to come to Norristown High, one of the best teams in the nation, for us to lay eyes on him? And the caveat is we getting paid for it as a Norristown.
Yeah.
It don't sound right. It sounds like it's another part that we not getting or we not hearing that maybe the hitching the giddy up.
Well, a lot of people was upset on Facebook.
Yes, Lord. They were.
A lot of people was pissed.
They was mad.
They was mad when they seen the article.
Yeah.
I seen everything that was going on, and I was just like, wow. You know what I mean? Me personally, I really don't see a problem in it.
Yeah. I just would like to and again, it's no hate, it's no disrespect, nothing like that, because people make decisions on their own from whatever merit they have.
Right.
But I just want to know, like you said, what is the problem, or what is the reason why that other schools coming in here is a problem, or is a fear that Norristown High players are getting stolen? Because regardless, if a school wants a player, they're going to get them regardless.
They're going to get them regardless.
It doesn't matter.
Really, if it's coming from a school that really might not be as successful as other schools.
Right.
I mean, certain schools, when certain schools come up and call or ask if, they want to see your kid, they want your kid to come, you'd be a fool to turn that down.
You'd be a fool to turn that down, right?
Football, basketball, anything.
Yeah. So like I said, like we both have kids, and my child does not play for Norristown. Your child does not play for Norristown. Right. We played 4 years at the High, but and I believe that given the opportunity, if the roles reversed, my mom got the opportunity to tell me to say, listen.
Oh yeah.
You want to play for Prep? They come. That's two fingers. And then no disrespect to the High, but it's my job to get myself out there more.
The exposure.
The exposure is the name of the game. We always say that phone is the fastest way. It's internet highway.
Sure is.
So one call, one text, one clip, somebody might see you. Oh yeah, we need him.
Right.
We need her to come to this school.
We want to get him here.
Right.
We need to get him here.
So I feel like it would be a disservice to Norristown and the student athletes to keep them here, and if they're good enough to play at a bigger school, I think it'd be a disservice to them. I just feel that way. You can try to change my mind on that, but honestly, I feel like it'd be a disservice. And listen, we are supposed to big up Norristown, support Norristown athletes, student athletes. We're supposed to push them to bigger, better things, global things. How is that doing that?
But it's funny that you say all that, because I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right.
You always hear a lot of people say, like, I'm bigging up my town.
Yeah,
I respect my town. I'm doing this. I'm
man.
that. But really, when it come down to it, people don't.
Not at all.
Oh, and if they do, they only do it at certain times and on certain occasions.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So like my thing is, I was always brought up to say, you forgive, but you never forget.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
There've been a lot of times at the high. There've been a lot of times being in town where, you know what, people didn't always come through, or people wasn't always supportive of you. Yeah. I've started to see that, you know what, you will get more support outside of the community than in your community.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, bro.
My question is to you, why is that? Why is that? Why do you get so much hate inside the community than you do? Is it because people know you more?
They stepping on each other to get out, not working together to get out. You just said it. We all know each other. Norristown but so big.
Right.
We all know each other. Oh, you doing that? Oh, I'm trying to do that too, and then I'm gonna shit on you when you do that. Instead of like, yo, let's do this together and get out. We can still show love for town. We can still support. We can still do all that.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But you ain't got, you know what I'm saying?
No. I like what you say, but I will say this though. If your drive isn't as big, or you ain't moving like other people is moving, right. I've seen that certain people just have no motion. They ain't putting out no motion.
They ain't doing nothing.
But we'll see somebody else that is trying to put out some motion or doing something.
Right.
And they got everything to say about what you didn't do or how you didn't do it the way you were supposed to do it. But my question is, and I always say, why don't we get the support in the school district? Why don't we get the support from people in our community?
Right.
Why? And it's so true.
Yeah.
How hard is it? Like, and we just going back to social media.
Right, go ahead.
And we talking about, Norristown. We just talking about Norristown in general.
Yeah.
When people have certain stuff, how many people just show up? When people are doing something in the community, how many people just say, hey, I want to show up? Let's talk about last night. I want to talk about Percy and them last night. I was half tired, half asleep.
Yeah.
But shout out to Percy and shout out to Kurt
Berry
for the Kurt Berry Foundation.
Yep.
Because they was down there with Jalen Hurts and all them.
Yeah.
Taking the kids down there.
Yeah.
And they rocking and rolling. They doing what they supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing is, we talk about all the time, where's the support?
Mm-hmm. And it's funny you said that is, now, from my understanding, a lot of the kids that the KB Foundation have are from the city.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to say 100% of them are, but a lot of the people, the kids are from Philly. Now, I'm not sure how that works, how, if he's trying to come to Norristown and, he got some pushback from some parents or the community or whatever, they ain't feeling him, or what have you. But I know a lot of the kids he got from Norristown. I know I heard the rumblings that he don't want to work, he don't come to Norristown, he ain't trying to get no kids from Norristown. But to go back to what you said is, if he did try, now again, I don't know, speculation.
We don't know.
If he did try, how many people was going to get on that train and say, yo, I want my son to be around these good dudes that got something behind them, got some motion, that's doing things, moving, that wants to put my kids around some good people, some good energy, some knowledge.
Right. Because a lot of these kids need that. They need some mentors.
They do.
They need to be around some good men. They
men.
need to a lot of these kids. They need this. Mm-hmm. No lie. When I get my daughter off the bus every day, right? Nothing against nobody else, but I try to say hi and speak to all the kids. I am the crazy dad at the bus stop that tries to shake all the kids' hands and at least say, "Hey, how you doing?" Right. And a lot of the kids look at me in the beginning like, "Who is he?"
Who the hell is
but when they started to see the consistency in me shaking hands and saying what's up, now they like, okay, we just know this is what he do. And we feel comfortable around him. How many of us are putting the energy pack on our back and putting energy into the kids or into the community or helping out in some way? My thing is, no, you don't have to go buy 100 pieces and go down to Transportation Center and say, hey, look, I'm doing this in front of you. Nah. But also, too, you got people that do want to help and do things, but people make them say, yo, you know what? I ain't got time dealing with this.
Because you know why? Here's the thing, GB. So many people try to make you jump through hurdles to get to the end. Like, I'm not trying to go through all this stuff because I'm trying to help. No, I shouldn't have to go through access as a person and do this. No, I want to help. Let me help. That's it. I ain't trying to go through all this. And then so many people try to, you don't do it. We gotta do it this way, or you gotta talk to this person. Nah, I'm not trying to do it. And then that makes, like you just said, that makes the person say, man, fuck this. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that.
I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna go to perfect example. This is a perfect example.
Go ahead.
So I worked at Coatesville.
Okay.
I worked at Coatesville for 2 years. I was in the middle school, and I used to go up there after school, help out the kids and stuff like that, and just chill with them and talk to them and all that stuff, right? And so at first, it wasn't received. They was like, man, who the fuck is this nigga? But like you said, consistency, showing up, a black man doing something, as an authority figure, that don't never happen. They don't never see that. As an authority figure, they're like, oh shit, this dude is, and he dressed the part and talked the part, but still I can relate to him and all that shit. Right. Showing up every day, what up, boy? Like, you know what I mean? Let's wrap it up.
Right.
That started to wear on them. Like, oh yeah, he cool. Let me rap to him. Let me talk to him. So I'm not gonna for confidentially, I'm not gonna say his name. He was a wanderer. So he'll come to school. He never went to class. He bathroom want.
Yeah.
So, and he came to my social skills class every day, every third period, every day. So come in there, talk to me, open up, we kicking it, right? So one day, after missing like a week of school, one day came to the room and said, yo, Mr. B, can I holler at you? So I said, and the look on his face, it was like, yo, something. You know how I look on somebody's face with something.
Right.
So he like, yeah, let me. I said, yeah, I'm gonna talk to him. Everybody out. I'm gonna try to holler at him. He came down, bro, sat down. He was like, started crying. And this one of the kids, if he cried,
it's serious.
It's one of them boys. Like one of them, you know what I'm saying? He sat down, started crying, and he was like, Mr. B, man, I've been chilling at my friend's house. I haven't been home in a week. I was like, man, what's up? Like, you good? Like, he said, nah, my mom kicked me out. She was fighting me. She pulled his arm scratched up, body scratched up. They fighting. He's like, yeah, I got nowhere to go. She don't want me at the crib, so I'm staying at my friend's house and all that. And I was like, damn, but like, listen, anything I can do, I can help. So what I did was a lot of times small things matter, right?
Yes.
DoorDash him some food because he hadn't been eating. DoorDash him some food, and we just rapping. So I made it so the whole day we chilling in the classroom. He ain't had to do nothing. We chilling in the classroom, and for him, that was like, yo, damn, somebody gave a fuck. Somebody was like, and I told him it was huge, and it touched my heart because he had the trust in me that he come to me and like, yo, I'm gonna talk to Mr. B because he gave a fuck.
Right.
When I was walking down the hallway, maybe cutting up with him, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, but he always said, yo, get in the class, boy. Like, what you doing? Like, whoop, whoop.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And it really touched my heart because he one of them boys that, doesn't make all the great decisions, but still had some heart to him.
Right.
And it touched him. He was like, yo, Mr. B, you was there for me. You know what I'm saying? But
that work out for him.
So, needless to say, he dropped out of school because he had to, do things, whatever. Confide in about, and I just told him about some things that happened in our life, and we just vibing. And every time he see me, that whole rest of the year, we was busting, and it was love. But he not in school now, and I kind of checked up on him. He not in school now, but.
You can't be a great parent and love your kids.
But it's a difference. It's when you laugh and joke and they don't know what discipline is and they don't know when you serious or not. Nah, we not. I think that sets them up for confusion, for failure, because we can love our kid. We can love on them. We can be their best friend. But we also understand is we dad, we mom.
Yes.
We can't draw that line. That line can't be drawn. Like you're not coming kicking with me. You're not talking to me like, yo, what up, boy? What up? Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Man, my daughter the other day said, my youngest one said, she's learning a whole bunch up there at Renaissance.
Yeah.
She's learning a whole bunch up there at Renaissance.
Yeah, bro.
I'm talking about kindergarten.
Yeah, I know.
She coming home with a whole different persona about herself.
Yeah. It start early, bro. What'd she say?
Bro. Who, bro?
Who, bro?
I'm not bro.
I'm not bro. I'm dad. I'm pop. Daddy.
Cross and daddy. Say that.
Not the crib.
I'm not bro.
Yeah, I'm not bro. Nah, bro. No, sir. Yeah.
I'm listening to the lingo.
Yeah.
I'm just watching how she is now. It's a lot. Learning a lot up there at that school.
Listen, start young, bro. It start young, and I think that's scary because with social media, with the access to phones and internet, they see a lot, and these kids are these babies. They brains is not developed to experience all that shit that we fucking talk about, the cussing and sex and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and especially they say on these songs and all. Like, it's just like, yo, you my baby, you 5, 6 years old. Like,
right.
You shouldn't be saying or hearing or exposed to, all that. And the thing about Renaissance is, which I do not like. The thing about Renaissance is they have a bathroom, that is accessible with all grade levels. So, if I'm not mistaken, a first grader can go into the same girl's bathroom as a 12th grader. So just imagine the conversation that a first grader would hear if a group of 12th graders got in the classroom and got in the bathroom. My daughter came home and said, I was in the bathroom with a whole bunch of 12th graders. She's like, what's a lesbian? I'm not having that conversation with you right now.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I'm saying? And again, that's the world that we live in because everybody want to be inclusive. Everybody don't want to be left out. And what about being your own person? What about, standing in your own tent, marking your own way for yourself? What about that, GB?
I like that you say that, but I want to say this to you, and I'm happy that you brought that up.
Good.
When do we?
Yeah.
When do we start putting ourselves? Like I read a quote today. It said, "Don't be so quick to want it to rain because you know you got to deal with the mud."
Ooh. Say that again. I like that.
A quote that I read today was,
yes, Lord.
"Don't let it be so quick. Don't be so quick to want it to rain, because then you got to deal with the mud."
I like that. I like that. I like that.
When do we start taking these things that we look at and start putting it into our own perspective in our own ways and say, you know what? That's why shout out to the people that go and they take quotes. They go and they take scriptures. Yeah. They go and they take little things and they manifest on it and they keep saying it and then they try to do it in life. It's not easy.
Yeah.
We all trying to get a little bit better and better every day. But when you say that and when it comes time to it, I keep saying that I'm going to be more patient when it comes to being a father. And I fail every day.
Lord, me too.
I fail every day.
Yeah.
When my daughters get off that bus, here comes the attitude, here comes the crying, and I'm automatically, the patience is out the goddamn door.
Goddamn. Listen, it's so funny you said, and I think to myself all the time. Every day I go to sleep, every day I wake up, like, damn, God bless me with some patience. Cause I can, I can be. I used to be a patient person. Let it all, work out. And man, let them do something wrong. All hell break loose. I'm in they shit. Like, but it's like again, like you said, it's two sides to a story. What are we doing wrong that we gotta do right so they can get the best outcome? I know my patience ain't shit. Right. I know my mouth crazy. My mouth crazy. Cuss words and all. Listen.
Yeah.
And I always told my kids this. If you can put up with me in this house, if you can put up with the shit I give you, the discipline I provide, the shit that I show you, good, bad, and different, the wisdom I put on you, the perseverance that I show you, the everything that I'm giving you in this household till you get out of that, you're going to be all right. Because I'm showing you the game, I'm showing you life, I'm showing you my hurt, my pain, the shit I've been through, the things I'm trying to stop you from doing, the things I want to stop you from experiencing because I experienced it or my family experienced it. If you can survive my mouth and all that shit in this house, when you step out them doors on your own, you be good because you've seen it.
I love that, and I'm dissecting everything that you're saying while I listen to you. Right?
Talk to me.
So, I'm learning as I get older.
Yeah, man.
That peace is a major part of my life.
Yeah.
I need to have peace.
Yeah.
I don't like to walk in on ragged grounds.
Right,
I don't like walking in on volcano weather.
Yeah.
Lava. I don't like when the floor is so hot, the situation, the atmosphere is so hot.
Yeah.
You at boiling point, I'm at boiling point.
Yeah.
We got everything going on.
Yeah.
And it's not fair to you, it's not fair to any of us.
Yeah.
I understand that kids will be kids. Because I remember when I was a kid at once. Because I didn't listen.
Right.
But on the other note, I keep saying to myself every day of this. Sometimes when you work on you, when you go back and you get deeply rooted in your situation of growing up, when I grew up,
right.
things that I grew up with that I didn't like, things that I grew up with in the household that I lived in. I remember living in a house where it was so much animosity from my dad. Yeah. And it would be a trickle down effect. But I'm sorry, because I'm trying to figure out how to
put
this.
Take your time now. Take your time. We got it.
There was times when coming home, when my dad got up and got ready to go to work at night, you knew when he was getting up ready to go to work at night. And it seemed like the house was just more peaceful when he left. Because my dad worked overnight.
Yeah, okay.
My mom was always loving. My mom would always be downstairs. I always lived, my room was up on the 3rd floor. Right. I would stay up on the 3rd floor, and I had a 5-disc CD player. Yeah. I didn't even have a TV up there. Yeah. And I always had burnt CDs, and I always listened to music. Yeah. I would go up there, listen to music, get my clothes ready for the next day or whatever case I did. Right. But what I'm saying to you is, nah, I'm good, thank you though. I'm sorry. That I know that I can rah. And then like I'll literally try to go on ways and say to myself, Greg, you need to get better at this. You got to get better. That's why I give anybody that's a parent credit because every day is different. Yeah. But what I try not to do, and it's very hard, is I try not to take what I grew up with. I try not to take every little situation that we went through and put it on my kids. And sometimes I only know what I've been through. Yeah. I can only give you what I've been through.
Yep. Yeah, that's your own reference point.
Like, sometimes for Christmas, I get mad for Christmas sometimes because I look at all the stuff that my kids get for Christmas, and I be saying to myself, my mom had to scrounge for us to get shit. But you know what? We was thankful.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, listen, GB, if it wasn't for the, the Salvation Army or the Toys for Tots, if it wasn't for Toys for Tots a lot of times, man, listen, that living room floor was 1 or 2 joints.
Listen,
and I thank God for Toys for Tots because it made me like we got a lot of Santa Claus and hit the household. You know what I'm saying? But again, it drives me, and I'm not sure about you, but it drives me because I know how my mom had to go through and going out to Toys for Tots and getting toys and all that. It drives me to see that overwhelming joy on my kid's face at Christmas time. Like I listen, if I gotta rob Peter to pay Paul, IOUs and all that shit, listen, they children. They didn't ask to be here, but they here. So I'm gonna make sure their life is at least halfway better than mine. Right. I'm gonna get it to a point where you'll be comfortable. And like I said, if I got like 4 jobs, whatever, doing it, I'm going to do that because they didn't ask to be there, but they hear it, so it's my responsibility to give them everything. Yes. Now, within reason, because you're not going to get everything and you're not working for shit. Right. You're not out here thinking that you entitled for shit. That's another thing. A lot of kids thinking they entitled, they can wake the fuck up and get X, Y, and Z. In the Smith household, you got to work. You got to do something. Listen, I always told my kids, them grades right, anything you can get yours. Anything you can get it because you showing me that your responsibility, sit your ass in that classroom and do right in that classroom. Do right in the classroom, Pop will take care of you. Now, once you ain't doing your part, we got a problem. Right. We got a problem. That's your part. You ain't doing your part, we got a problem.
What happens when you do all you can do as a parent, but your kids still have to go out there and make decisions and stuff like that on their own? Yeah. Yo.
You just honestly, and my pastor said this too. He was like, you can be a preacher's son. You can be a you can do all, live in the household of Bible study and all that, and still make bad decisions. Still go out there and choose left when you should be choosing right. And we just hope that the teachings that we instilled and lessons and the values that we instilled in our kids, young, old, that they make the right decision when they out.
Why I got you here?
Go ahead.
And I don't mean to be touching you like this.
No, you good. You good.
I call this touching an agree.
Go ahead.
Because when you touch an agree, you can just feel the energy. With it.
Right.
As we get older, do we self-help? What do we do? What does Brandon Smith do to get better and better every day to work on branding? Because a lot of people say that they work on themselves, but don't work on themselves.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What do you do? Rough week of work. You and the old lady going at it. Household up in shambles. You know, y'all just trying to. You know, y'all both. Y'all just trying to get. And I'm not saying you're just trying to get through it. You know, this that going on. What do you do?
So for me personally, and it's crazy
to self-medicate.
So I'm going through a little bit of that right now.
Okay.
I got a position at my job where it's a position of authority, shall I say. Position of authority. With this position of authority comes a lot of things, a lot of moving parts, a lot of people that's looking at you, right? I'm the only black male in the district, not school, district.
Okay.
In an authority position, so you know, eyes is on. So that is for a person that wants to be not a perfectionist, wants to do their job to the best of their ability. It's stressful a little bit. You know, we come home and compartmentalizing your feelings and how to put your game face on and put all your words, dot your I's, cross your, all that stuff. It eats at me because I want to live up to the expectations, right? I want to provide for my family, pay my bills, do the things that I'm supposed to do as a father, as a boyfriend, and all that, right? I'm missing my daughter's games. That's getting at me.
Okay.
I get off late, and I'm not seeing it.
And you coming an
and
hour?
I'm coming an hour away. I'm coming an hour away, and listen. If you get in the car with me, I'm flying. You know what I'm saying? And I'm missing it. That's eating at me. Trying to get my business affairs aligned up so I can you know, that could be cool. Eating at me. So it's like my move, my go-to, which is bad, is to shut down, compartmentalize, focus, you know, go in the basement, drink some, watch a funny show, and just, you know, be away from everybody. Don't talk. Just be in my own shit. Just be, and that is. It's not the best because people want to be with you. Your household knows Pop's something wrong when he's not talking.
And it get like that sometimes.
It get like that.
And it's okay to be like right now.
Right, I can't.
I'm just in my. I need
because I don't want to take it on you. I don't want to stab me in shit.
Just let me get my time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't want to stab me in shit because you say something I don't like. There you go.
Yeah.
It's
everything that
everything
built.
is on. Like you know what I'm saying, and it's like you know you don't want you all the time. You can't say that like I need.
Yeah.
I need my shit.
Yeah, but you know what? No, I'm not trying to.
Go ahead, guys.
I love this.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just want to be able to say, "Yo, right now, I can't.
Yeah, I can't.
Can I please?
Just
go. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
I just need time.
Yeah.
And I'm asking you to respect that.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that's with anybody. You know what I mean? Hey, yo, right now, I need time.
Yeah.
So go ahead, I'm listening to you.
And it's you know what's and the thing sometimes, and it's not being rude. It's being honest.
No.
But sometimes it's not received.
No.
It's not received as being. I'm just being transparent. I'm being honest. I can't right now.
And that adds to it.
That adds to it. Because when that happens, that key component adds to it. You're like, fuck, like I can't even tell you how I'm feeling because right now I can't.
Right.
But I don't need you to. I can't. So when you doing that, fuck it. I'm telling you, yo, I need to go whoop the whoop. I need you to handle boop boop boop. I can't. So you see me not talking, being for this day. Some going. I need to just.
Okay.
And if you just fuck it,
yeah.
You
but
you know what I'm saying? So
but
And it's not good, though. That's not good at all.
I want you to be able to come to me.
Yes.
I'm not feeling.
Yeah.
I'm on the edge.
Yeah.
I need you to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. No. I'm really, really on the edge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But B, this is what I'm asking you.
Talk to me.
You still haven't gave me your three. Give me three things.
Three things?
So, or it might be one or two.
So for me, my number one thing is I have a playlist in my phone.
Okay.
Of songs that either put me mentally where I need to be, it tells me something, or it's a go back song that I know is gonna make me, release my energy. Like put me to an area where like, okay,
right,
I can breathe.
Release.
Right. I take a hot shower. This is what I do. I take a hot shower. I turn all the lights off. Hot shower.
I like. Older I get, I like lights off.
Yeah. So
I like lights off.
So that's what I do. So I get in the shower, turn all the lights off, and I just breathe. I just think, focus, let whatever it be, it's gonna be going down that damn drain. I get out that shower. Okay, cool. I'm you know what I'm saying. And then third one, take a drive. I take a drive to nowhere. I always say I take a drive to nowhere.
A lot of people say that they take.
I take a drive to nowhere, and on that drive up, all that shit, thinking about out the window. When I come back, my mind frame is different. I know what to do. You know what I'm saying. And that all that negative shit on that ride, that's up there where I left it at. On the way back, my mind frame different.
Let me ask you a question.
Right.
Is it hard for you to say sorry?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
But I'm getting better with it when I know I drew.
Now let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you take, because I know me, first is fuck you.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
First is fuck you.
Yeah. First is fuck you.
First of all, fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. Yeah.
Fuck is you.
Yeah.
Then gotta go get me to that quiet place. Yeah. He go get me by myself.
Yeah. And think about it.
He get me by myself.
Right.
Okay. I heard what you said.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Yeah.
You did some of
that shit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
But what about all the nut ass shit you did?
You did. Yup. Yeah.
All right. Now hear that person out.
Yeah.
Now they done said boom, 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 and boom.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Because one thing I know about me. Right. I know I'm gonna make some. I'm gonna f up during the way.
Yes.
And I know there's gonna be some times where I'm gonna make some player decisions
on
my own.
Me too. Yep.
Now I want to be able to say this to you though. 3 things for me.
Right.
I'm learning. Now, this is 39-year-old Greg talking.
Yeah.
This 39. When people say, GB back in the day, you da-da-da-da, this, that, and the fourth. Okay.
Yeah.
Old me ain't the new me.
Yeah.
This new me is new and improved.
Yeah.
This new me listens.
Yeah.
This new me has took time to realize, hold up, that old me didn't get me where I needed to be.
Yeah.
That old me won't get me anywhere where I want to go.
That mindset.
So, first of all, I had to learn that, you know what? I had to change some things about me. First of all, Greg, be honest. Listen, let's keep it real.
Yeah.
You're too sensitive.
Yeah.
Ah.
Go ahead.
You're too sensitive.
Talk to me, GB.
Number 2. We can get into a couple different things.
Go ahead.
You don't take the time to listen.
Okay.
So, me personally, I'm just that kid that wants to be on the football team with everybody else. Yeah. But do me a favor. You don't have to throw the ball to me all the time. But just throw the ball to me sometimes.
Yeah.
But I know my whole thing is once you throw me the ball once or twice, I need to make a move or I need to make a game time decision, or I have to do something that's a playmaker mentality, so you say, oh, I want to throw the ball to him again.
Oh, yep.
But guess what? I'm okay with you throwing the ball to him, and him.
Yeah.
Just include me.
Include me.
Okay? But I'm learning now. Certain people don't get my energy. Certain people don't get my energy. Okay? If you're not in motion, you don't get my energy. If you're somebody that you talk a lot but you don't do a lot, you don't get my energy. If you're a person that you ain't a parent, that you literally there 24/7 with your kids dealing with all the BS, you can't talk to me. If you are a person that you know what, this is my thing. I've never been afraid to jump. I've never been afraid to leap. I've never been afraid to get out of here. I've never been afraid to shoot.
Shoot or shoot, baby.
Shoot or shoot.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But I will say this.
Yeah.
3 things about me, because I need to get to this real fast.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Music is number 1 in my life.
Yeah.
I listen to music 90% of the day. When I am stressing and I am going through something, you can tell what I'm going through by the music that I'm listening to.
Ooh.
College Dropout is my favorite album of all time. Not my favorite album, but it is one of my favorite albums of all time. Because that is the album where, you know what, Hove, Dame, and all of them did not believe that Kanye was an artist. Yeah. They looked at him as a producer, as a guy that made beats. And he had to say, hey, Rockefeller, y'all gave me my chance. Yeah. Now it's time for y'all. I need Chaining Day. Yeah. I'm going to give you one of the best albums of all time. Yeah. So I listen to things that make me go like that. So that's number 1, music. Number 2, go get with God in my quiet place. Okay. Go get with God in my quiet place. God, I don't know what you are taking me through. I don't know where you got me going. But God, I can't take another punch. But God said, this is what he says to me. This is what he brings to me. I made you big for a reason. Because I need you to deal with stuff that other people ain't going to be able to deal with. Yes, see, when you a game changer, or you a shooter, you got to understand, your time, you don't have time. Your time is all the time.
All the time. All the time.
I just got done listening to Wallow 267, and he said his last cellie, 40 years in the penitentiary, he told Wallow on his last time he was leaving for early release. He said, you are a follower, but you have greatness of a leader in you. You are a follower, and you have greatness of a leader in you. He said, you've been a follower so long, that's why you're back here. When you get out there, I need you to take them great qualities that you have and become a leader, and watch where you go.
Yes, Lord.
See, we got to be able to listen to these things.
Yeah.
So now, what I'm doing now is, I'm starting to read books.
Yeah.
So when I sit down, sometimes I told you, I need peace.
Yeah.
Just give me a little peace. See, I'm not afraid to be the person to go sit at the diner by myself or go sit at the restaurant by myself. See, y'all might be sitting over there saying, oh, I feel so bad for that man. He's probably lonely.
Good.
Baby.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Listen, me and my lady, we laugh, but I tell them all the time, I love me some me. I love spending time with me.
Listen.
Shit. I ditch all y'all to go hang with me. I'm going to have a good time.
Talk to him.
So I told you, music.
Yeah.
Speaking to God, getting in my quiet place, turning off all the lights and just saying, I don't know what you got for me, but I ask you to keep me on assignment. And number 3, getting by myself and just reading. Watching something that's motivational. Watching something that I can get a little bit better from every day.
Right.
This shit that we live in, this ain't easy. When I think of town, I think about how much I love town, but I also think about, you know what, where we trying to go? We trying to go somewhere bigger than town. I ain't gonna be just sitting out here. I just watched the other day, and it said on there, if you have a dream or you have a vision, and you don't believe that it can go millions and billions, and if you don't think that it can go all the way to the top, stop what you're doing. So that's just me. I'm sorry. I done got hyped.
Now you good.
I done got hyped.
Yeah, I know you. So I was driving home from work today, and I seen a quote. It was just sitting there by itself, And I thought this quote was so powerful. It said, "Don't go into eternity well rested." I'm going to say that again. Don't go into eternity well rested. And I said, damn, like, that means give it all the fuck up right now.
Give it up.
Give everything you got right now. I say this, and I believe this to myself, and as I get older, it becomes more prevalent into how I run my life. I don't have time to fuck with nobody that's not going to give me something, and I can give them something I can learn from. I don't got time to be dealing with niggas that doing the same shit that they've been doing since they was 18. I don't have time. We're not on the same level. We never going to be. I'm never going to talk to you. I'm never going to listen to you. You can't tell me shit. You can't eat at the same fucking table as me. I'm not listening to you. So if you talking some whoop-de-whoop shit, miss me. Because I'm bringing some shit that I know is a buffet. I know for a fact that if your 2 feet ain't standing on the same spot as me, or a little bit further where I can get there, and you can put me on game, we ain't nothing to fucking talk about. I can never listen to you. Because you have nothing to give me. You have nothing to provide for me. I'm trying to get where you say, yo, I know how to make your business better. Okay, cool. Help me do that. I know how to write them books better, or I can put you on game with it. Oh, cool, okay. Well, you know what? You won't help me with that. I know how to do this. We can scratch each other back. You bring this to the table, I'm gonna bring this to the table, and let's eat. We can both eat. A lot of niggas today is not bringing shit to the table, but they trying to take your shit. They trying to take your food off your shit and then bring it to their side. They can eat your shit. Nah, we're not doing that. I'm bringing what the fuck I'm bringing to the table. You gonna bring your shit to the table. We can eat together, or sit the fuck over there. I'm gonna take my tray and get the fuck up, and I'm going over here.
Okay.
I'm going over here because I got no time. We not on the same wavelength. We ain't in the same table. We not eating the same shit. I'm eating steak and lobster. You eating raviolis. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. So if you not giving me shit, you talking big shit, and I'm seeing you not doing X, Y, and Z, we have nothing to talk about. I'm never going to listen to you. You're just talking to the wall. I'm not going to because, again, you got nothing to give me. I'm trying to learn from you. The game is every day you learning. That's the game. The game is every day you wake the fuck up, put your feet on the floor, you learn something. That's the game. If you're not doing that, you fucking losing. Every day. That's the game. If it's podcasting, if it's not drywalling, if it's not goddamn trash man, if it's not working with kids, every fucking day you wake up to get better at your craft. Hair cutting, get the fuck back. Oh, they got new designs out here. The fades is old. They doing high top fade, taper fades. Oh, I didn't know how to do that. Yeah, we gotta learn how to get better. We gotta learn how to put some more food on the motherfucking table. We gotta put more food. So you know what? My table's so full, ain't nowhere for you to sit. Ain't nowhere for you to sit, cause I'm sitting at my table by myself. So if you want to learn, oh yeah, pull up a seat. I'll put you on game. So you can put that table up yourself, and your shit look like mine. That's the game. A lot of motherfuckers ain't trying to pull niggas up by the bootstraps. Say, yo, I want you to grab that table, sit the fuck down. I'm gonna show you how to get yours like mine.
But do you feel as a person has to want?
Absolutely.
Cause see, everybody don't want. Everybody they want it, but they don't want to.
They can talk that shit.
Yeah.
A lot of motherfuckers out here talking like puppets.
Right.
They out here puppets.
But I want to do all this.
Right.
But I really don't want.
I don't want to go through the mud. Like you said, I don't want to go through the mud. I want the sunshine and rainbows and shit. I want all the glitz and glamour. I want all that. But they not willing to through the mud. Hands and knees, elbows, get dirt, cut scrapes. Right. They not willing to do that, GB. They want the YouTube plaques. They want the overnight success.
And it comes with it. I'll even say with this one, I even read that it said the only way you see a rainbow is after it rains.
That's a fact.
So that means that it has to rain before the rainbow can come out.
Right.
So that basically tells me that you have to go through something.
Right.
You have to get wet. It got to get soggy. It got to get messy. It got to get muddy for that sun and the rainbow to come out.
That's a fact, bro.
And I just think that's what everything in life.
Right.
But you know what? I'm also learning too that you know what? There are people that you can love. There are people that you can learn. Right. There are people that you can get around and say, "Damn, I ain't realized that." Right. Somebody telling me now about writing journals and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I don't really do nothing right. I don't really write. I don't really da-da-da. I'm like, man, for my peace, man, get me a goddamn journal.
I'm gonna tell you this, and the thing about it, an old head told me this. When I went to the book fairs, my very first book fair, OG was there. He had 3 books, little small joints.
Okay.
It looked like journal, little small joints.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know, went around and I was like, hey, what's up, OG? You know, you selling the books? He's like, yeah. I said, so what is your process of writing? And he said, young blood, listen, anytime, anywhere, you got an idea, you got something to say, you thinking on something, write that shit the fuck down. You can be in the shower. Write that shit down.
That's what mom be saying.
Write it down. And I do that now. I do it now with creating. I do it now with formulating books, with formulating ideas. Every time I have something. We all listen, this ain't just for music and Instagram and shit like that. No, notepad. Will you be feeling that shit in you? Because I always try to get you, when you go there, you go there. Record that bitch.
Yeah.
Write that shit down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we be in our shit, we forget that shit. You know what I'm saying? We forget it. Or you know what I'm saying? You do. Write that shit down. I had
somebody say to me today, Greg, I've used up so many journals. And when I go back and look at my life on where I came from, and where I am now.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm going to say this on the podcast, and I'm going to say this right now.
Right. Because
we right now, we potting. This, I think this is what we do. I think we do this best.
Yeah, we just potting.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm praying for financial wealth.
Yeah.
I seen Wallow say he took $1,000 when he came home from jail.
Right.
That he was giving.
Right.
He took the journal and the plans that he wrote down when he was in jail. He said, I'm going to turn 1,000 into 10,000, 5,000. I'm going to turn 5,000 into 10,000. I'm going to turn 10,000 into 50,000, and I'm going to turn 50,000 into 100,000. Yeah. And I'm going to turn 100,000 into a million.
Yeah.
He said, if you don't think that you can make that type of money, if you don't think in your mind that you know what, I can do this.
Yeah, you already cutting your feet. You already cut your legs around under you. Listen, if you have that mindset, GB, why the fuck start? Why even put yourself in those predicaments? Because you're already thinking you ain't gonna do it. You can't do it. So why even start? Why even try?
I think next week, we should go back to doing like maybe a fucking life topic.
Right.
Like some type of
shit. Cause you know what I'm thinking, GB, and like you said, we always say this, man. Life be lifing on people.
Yeah. But it be feeling real good to get up here and just
get it off your chest and get it out, because a lot of people need to hear it. A lot of people, because they be feeling it, but they don't have the avenue to say it, and we're gonna say it for them, because we be feeling this shit. I know. Shit, I go through shit every day. You know what I'm saying? And this is therapy. Like I always say, man, it's therapy for me, it's therapy for you, therapy for people out there. And we go through shit. Life be lifing.
Yeah.
It ain't ever gonna stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So quick thing. I just want to touch on real quick. So I got posed a question today by my principal, and she asked me. She said, "Mr. B, how do I, with your help, attack the racist comments that's being said about yourself, about other kids in the school? how do I attack that? And to be completely honest, my mind, my mind said one thing. My professional mind is like, I don't know, because I never had that question posed before to me. I work in a predominantly white, liberal, area, whatever. And she asked me, she was like, "Yo, Mr. B, how do I attack that?" And we talking about kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth grade, and this topic of race, not like in a person because they skin color, or they background, or what kind of car they drive, or the sneakers on their feet, or they got free lunch, or they don't got free lunch, or they.
Shout out to everybody that got free lunch.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, free
Shout
lunch,
out to everybody.
free lunch and
Real
shit.
rap.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, so it's like, again, we talk about these kids should not have to deal with that, but we in the time period where we are.
Right.
And she asked me, Mr. B, how do I handle that? And I'm like, I don't know. And for me, I'm like, and it's like, the fact that a person can look at you and just the color of their skin, because they ain't driving something crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because they ain't got bread, they come with J's on, they are less than you. And these kids are hearing that at 6, at 5. It's heartbreaking.
You know what? I'll say this to you. I love to be the underdog.
Facts.
I love walking in and y'all say, he ain't worth it.
He ain't worth it.
He ain't qualified.
Exactly.
Now we can look at him and tell, nah, he ain't it.
It ain't worth it.
And as soon as I get in that thing and get to talk, get to just, being me.
Right.
Listen, you either gonna like me or you ain't. But one thing that she can definitely do is continue to come in here every day and show these kids with her actions that what, race means nothing.
I'm gonna say something, and I live by this, and I'm gonna put it on a shirt, and I live by it with everything in my body. When you feel a person don't like you, when somebody say don't like you, they ain't like Jesus. They ain't like Jesus, but what happened? He made them love him,
right,
and need him,
right.
So you ain't gotta like me now. Watch what I do.
I know that's right. AB, this was a good episode tonight.
Listen, man, we always pod, man.
Do me a favor. Take us out. The cameras are sitting right there. Take us out.
Listen, man. It's your boy B and your boy GB. Unfiltered Conversations, man. We do it unlike nobody else. We give you the fact, the funny, the real. We come at you straight. No chaser. This is Unfiltered Conversations. Tune into the pod. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Subscribe. If you ain't subscribing, you lose it because you're missing on it. You know what I'm saying? So, until next time, next Wednesday, holla at us. GB, we out, baby.
We out.